Before I clicked on this video, I was thinking about my auntie and when I was going through that situation. And, before that situation, like this auntie, they married. This auntie and uncle, um, they always shown me love, and I felt like I was one of their favorites and everything like that. Like they believed in me, and I felt like because my uncle, he's a Cancer, and I'm not sure what my auntie, his wife, her zodiac sign, but I need to learn it. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a earth sign, but they've been together for a long time and they've been through a lot, and but I feel like they have a real connection, be that as it may. But at some point, I felt like they turned their back on me when I was going through that situation with my cousin. And at that time, I was a bit chaotic because I was very hurt. I was very hurt and I was confused and shit like that. And I felt like, um, cause I had people in my family threaten to jump me because of that. I had people in my family cuss me out through text messages, call my phone and cuss me out. Um, then they started whispering about this tape. Somebody recorded me. That shit was fucking traumatic, okay? And it felt like people wasn't understanding that. So with my auntie, she up here telling me to turn the other cheek. She like a preacher or whatnot. She up here told me, basically, she was telling me like, just don't respond to it, don't say nothing. She also told me to get off of social media because people was talking shit about my social media, saying that I'm revealing family business and shit, saying shit like that. And they had like a whole mentality about it, but motherfuckers, if I could talk to y'all behind the scenes, I wouldn't be out here shouting this shit to the world. Because behind the scenes, y'all motherfuckers making me feel like I'm some type of monster. Y'all threatening to jump me and shit like that. But when I start shouting that shit on social media, because that's the only shit that y'all care about, because when I try to call y'all, motherfuckers didn't want to answer the phone. Motherfuckers was acting towards me in a way like I would call my auntie, and you could tell she purposely holding back information. Not the auntie that I was thinking about, but she was purposely holding back information and stuff. And I'm up here asking because she told me something about this motherfucking tape, and I sounded real bad in this tape. And I was like, what'd I say? Because I wanted to know what conversation they was recording, because then I could clarify. But motherfuckers didn't want to tell me what the fuck was said. My auntie gonna tell me you should just apologize to me. And you know what? I apologize. Why? Because let me tell you, this particular day, it all happened with my dad hurting his back. I took him to the hospital. While in the hospital, one of my cousins texted me and was like, I heard a motherfucking tape. Don't you ever talk to my mama again. So I called them. They didn't pick up the phone. And I'm like, I text them, what tape? And she was like, you know what the fuck you said? You said it. I heard the tape. She texting this to me. So I'm calling her again. She gonna text me, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk. I already heard the tape. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but you need to know that my heart is pure. So you should just talk to me about it. Nah, bitch, I ain't talking to you, and don't talk to my mama no more. What the fuck I do? Call her mama. Hmm. I call her. Did she pick up the phone? Nah, cause I ain't call her till later. Cause now I'm in my feelings. I'm at the hospital with my dad, and I'm telling my dad like what's going on. And my dad is an Aries, so he just looking bewildered. But he thinking, he thinking about it. I'm hurt. I am so fucking hurt at this point. I'm sitting there trying not to cry. So we get through the hospital visit and everything, go home, go to the pharmacies, then go home, get home. My auntie calling my daddy. Yeah, that's what the fuck happened. Talking about this fucking tape. She up here about to tell on me because now the whole family on her the fucking tape. A fucking tape that nobody would tell me what the fuck is on it. What the fuck was I could never fuck with y'all motherfuckers, yo. Y'all did me hella dirty. You know what I'm saying? I could never. How could I trust y'all? I can't trust y'all, you know? Cause nobody clarified shit for me. Y'all all left me in the dark, but y'all made me seem like I'm the villain and I'm not even understanding why. Fuck y'all, man. Hell motherfucking nine. I'm up here about to start a conversation with, I'm starting to understand my auntie, her point of view and shit, and maybe I was too hard on. I was gonna start the conversation like that, you know. But hell motherfucking nah, y'all failed me. Y'all failed me real bad. Real bad, you know. That shit was crazy as fuck to me. It didn't make no motherfucking sense to me. And let me tell you what else. Nah, hell motherfucking nah. Let me tell you what else these motherfuckers did, you know. So now I'm in my parents' living room, hurt, just devastated. Cause now my auntie on the phone telling me that everybody on her this fucking tape. So I asked my dad, I like, what's on the tape? Ask her what's on the tape. So she hearing me ask him. He put her on speaker. I'm like, what's on the tape? And she was like, well, then that's when she started to tell the story that my cousin who recorded me, she didn't send the tape out to people. She made people come to her house and listen to it. Wow, bitch. So she gonna tell me that cousin who text me at the hospital that said don't talk to her mama ever again, drove over to the house. Now that's crazy as fuck to me because when I talk to you, she a Capricorn, call her Cap. Motherfuckers, I can't, y'all Capricorns be on some other shit. Y'all be fake as fuck. Like, woo, child, boy, I'm trying not to get mad, man. I'm trying hard as fuck not to get mad. Like, cause bitch, like I really, and I ain't gonna never get clarity. Cause you know what? That particular auntie, she died. Hold on, before I get to that point, cause this shit get even worse, you know what I'm saying? So she basically telling me, she talking about all I heard is the part where you said something about me. And I said something like, I don't know. What the fuck I said? Like, I really want to remember this shit. What the fuck? Something about, yeah, I know it's true. Because my mama told me. So now I realize that, in that particular family, in my family, that sector in my family. It's a lot of abuse. And you know what? I'm gonna fucking talk about it. Fuck y'all. You know? So this particular auntie, she was with a man that people know that he beat on her. There was also an incident in the family with the daughter, the one that texted me. She said that this is her father, but she said that he did something inappropriate to her. And this auntie that is on the phone won't tell me what the fuck was said. Instead of defending her daughter, she defended him and threw her daughter under the bus and called her a fucking liar. After that happened, my cousin, the one that texts me, just pushed it under the rug. She ain't talk about it no more. So now everybody have this ideal that she was lying. But me and the cousin that recorded me, and when we was friends, I don't know how much, she probably recorded every conversation. I don't know. But when we was cool, when she was telling me, you know, we close, we tight like that. You know, that's how it seemed, you know, telling me that she loved me and shit, and she care about me and all this other shit. So sometimes we would talk about stories in the family or whatever. Now, 9 times out of 10, she will be the motherfucker who bring it up. Cause I got plenty of other shit that I talk about, you know. That's what I'm saying. But everybody zoomed in on that. But you know, if you was to hear the whole conversation, I guarantee you it didn't start with no motherfucking rumor. Not with me, bitch. I remember the shit I talked to this girl about. I talked to her about my spirituality. At the time, I was reading a book called Jambalaya and stuff like that. And I told her it has a lot of rituals in it and stuff. And I recommended it to her. But I told her and I let her know, like, I don't practice the rituals, but I do feel like it's interesting to read about it, you know? And at the time, she was very understanding. But, you know, later on, that turned into some other shit, you know? It turned into some other shit later on. Later on, I'm a witch and everything. Later on, I'm casting spells on people and shit like that. Later on, I'm a demon or something, okay? Just for those stories that I had told her and shared with her. And, you know, at the time, she made it seem like she was cool and open-minded to it. And no. Okay. So she brought up the conversation about what had happened in this part of the family. And I let her know, like, what I heard. And I was like, well, regardless if it's true or not, you know, I don't feel like it was right that it was done like that. I spoke about it how I usually speak about shit, okay? But see, my family, the secrets are so deep embedded in shit like that, that they don't even want you to be talking about it. So if they get word that you talking about it, they would try to shut that shit down. They would try to intimidate you in some type of way, especially this sector of the family. Not my whole motherfucking, it's always a fucking fight with them. It's always a fight with them, you know? It's always go from keeping secrets to I'ma beat your ass. Fuck y'all, man. Fuck y'all. That's how I really feel. So all my auntie cared about is that she wanted me to make me feel a way that I don't be talking about this shit, that I don't be having conversations about this shit. And you know, I knew that at the time, but I was just so hurt that, because these are my elders and my family, and they failed me. Nobody gave a fuck. People up here talking about what I said, and people constantly want to shut me up, but nobody give a fuck about how I'm feeling, how I've been betrayed. how I've been manipulated, how I've been violated. Nobody give a fuck about that. So fuck y'all. And then y'all come around me and y'all hug me and y'all tell me y'all want to hang out with me. And then y'all can't look me in my motherfucking eyes. That's crazy as fuck to me. Y'all crazy as fuck to me. Y'all must be insane. Y'all must be fucking insane to think that I could trust y'all, and I don't even know why y'all say the shit that y'all say to me when y'all don't mean it. It's just like a programming. Cause they all say the same shit. It'd be the same shit. Yeah, cuz you know I love you, cuz we need to link up sometimes. The same shit, knowing that they don't mean it. Knowing that they don't really want to link up with you. Knowing that they think a way about you, but they on autoplay. And I feel like it's because they don't trust me. But why? You didn't even question that. You didn't even come and talk to me about it. And y'all, it seems like y'all don't even know how. Y'all don't even know how, man. My family got pain deeply embedded in it, you know? But the elders, they failed me. And I remember saying that because my auntie, she was emotionally manipulating me because she had the power over me of wanting to be accepted by her because she a prominent member of the family, Boy, mm-mm-mm. I had to put my crystal on my heart chakra. I had to do it, man. It calmed me down instantly. You should get you a big ass crystal like this right here. This is amethyst. I'm feeling a lot of energy. So I had to put on my heart chakra. It helped me to center. Yeah, so this auntie, through this whole thing, it's like she was just only focusing on what do you know, what you hearing, and don't talk about me and stuff because she don't want her secrets out. But she don't give a fuck about how nobody feeling. She was definitely a broken woman. But she had that over me. So I got one cousin, he a Sagittarius and everything. And he always show love to me, but at the funeral he said this is my favorite cousin. And I feel like he hella intuitive. But I don't feel like he trusts me. I don't feel like he trusts anybody in the family. And I felt like when the rumors start to get back to him, he sided with them because now he had a different opinion of me. So yeah, my auntie, she told me that they was keeping the recording to themselves and having people come over and listen to it. And I thought it was interesting that that cousin was going, because she, at some point before this big moment, I reached out to people to see what the hell is going on, because I felt the energy, you know. And when I talked to this particular cousin, she gave me the same, yeah, cuz I love you. We need to link up. And then she told me, she warned me about the cousin that was betraying me. Cause we had a conversation about it. And she was like, yeah, she did that to me too. She did the same thing to me. First, though, when she first got me on the phone, she was already defensive towards me because it was already being rumor spread. So she was already, when she answered the phone, she had an attitude like I was going to argue with her. And I was like, nah, I'm just calling you to talk to you. And that was her and her mama both reacted like that to me. And that's how I knew like some shit was going on. But yet nobody is being real with me. Nobody is telling me what the fuck is really going on, because everybody don't trust each other, you know? But I ain't on the shit that y'all own. I'm not on that shit. And that's why for a long time, I stayed to my fucking self. Like when I became grown, I distanced myself from my family because I could. Because when I was younger, when it came to events and stuff, my dad, he would make me go. If I be like, I don't really want to go, he'd be like, you have to. But when I became grown and stuff, I was like, if I don't want to, I'm not going to do it. So I mean, some of these people haven't seen me in probably like over a decade. And they know that I'm a motherfucker, that I stay to myself. I know that they might have heard rumors about me because people love to do that shit to me. Um, but from what they could observe and see with me, I'm doing my own motherfucking thing. I'm minding my own motherfucking business. Every so often, I would activate my Facebook or whatever, and you know, your family members, they befriend you and shit like that. Not when that shit happened though. Not when that shit happened. They really act like they didn't even know me. That's how they really treated me. But they kept watching me see what I'm gonna say. Cause people think that I have an outbursts. Nah, I'm protesting because I'm being violated energetically behind the scenes. But people here are desensitized because I feel like people just used to this shit. And people not used to the way that I respond to shit. And they become like questioning it, questioning if I'm just acting or something like that, but I'm really like them. Because the Capricorn cousin, her response was, bring your ass over here so I could beat your ass. That's her response. When my cousin did the same shit to her, she was like, bring your ass over here so I could beat your ass. That's what she told me. My response is, why the fuck you feel that way? Like, what's the goal? My response is to clear shit up because I'm trying to fix this. Because if I'm going to have a connection with y'all motherfuckers, like, I can't be with some toxic shit, and it don't have to be like that. And if it's not like that, we could have something beautiful, you know? Because if y'all would have had accepted me, y'all would have had somebody beautiful in y'all corner. But no, instead, y'all did the shit that y'all did. So, that night, at that point, I was at a very low space. And I felt alone. I felt like I ain't really had nobody. I ain't had nobody to understand it in a way that I'm understanding it. Cause even with my parents, my mama is like on some I'm ready to fight and shit like that. My dad is on some childish female shit, like just sweep it under the rug. And to me, this the type of shit that make you grow old quick. This the type of shit that kill you slowly. This the type of shit that makes you feel insecure, make you have doubt in yourself, make you not believe in yourself. This is that type of shit. But y'all can't recognize it because y'all so desensitized it. But I could see how it affects you. And I don't want to be like that. I don't. And I would say that, and motherfuckers would think that I'm better than. But no, man, I just want to live life to the fullest. I want to be healthy and I want to be happy and I want to be surrounded with blessings that I know that I deserve. I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to be doing shit that's wasting time like y'all, because all y'all could do is fight and argue. But if y'all was able to um find a solution with me, we could have built something together. We could have all succeeded in some type of way. We could have had got out of these generational curses, these toxic ass cycles. We could have had something beautiful, you know? But no, instead, y'all kept trying to beat me down until I'm like y'all. And y'all just numb. Y'all not really, I can't do that. And I won't. So I won't, man. But at that time, man, I was so low. And my auntie, she took advantage of that. I'm up here crying like I'm not that person who y'all trying to make me. That's not me. Like, and people know that's not me from their experience with me. And she gonna tell me, you need to just apologize. And I don't even know what the fuck I'm apologizing for. And I submitted because I just wanted my family to accept me. And they made me sell my soul to do it too. They beat it out of me. And then they made me submit to them when I was down. They did that. And then after I said I apologize, she told me, okay, now everything gonna be fine. That's what she told me. She like, everything gonna be fine. I'm gonna talk to everybody in the family and we gonna clear this up. But you know what she did? She got off that motherfucking phone and she called people and she talked shit. Why? Because 10, 20 minutes after I get off the phone with her, cousins calling me from a private number talking about, Stop calling auntie. I'ma beat your ass. We gonna jump you. These motherfuckers, these big ass motherfuckers wanted to jump me. And you know, at first I couldn't, because people in my family, they sound alike. Like, I don't sound like them, but they sound alike. So I couldn't pinpoint which cousin this was calling me private, threatening to jump me, knowing that I just got off the phone with auntie and they up here calling me a liar and all this other shit. So, and you know what I said? I said, who is this? I still was looking for clarity. You want to know what the fuck I said? Yeah, they said, yeah, bitch, give me your address. I'll come over there and beat your ass. And I was like, all right, I'll give you my address. I said, but I don't want to fight you though. I want to have a conversation because I want to understand why the fuck you want to fight me so bad. Then she brung up the tape, something about this motherfucking tape. And somehow that tape solidified my character to them. Cause she like, I heard the tape. I know that you this, I know that you that. So you know what I asked her? What's on the tape? She said the same thing. You know what the fuck is on the tape? And I was like, I don't. I don't understand why y'all so mad at me. She was like, you a liar. I said, what did I lie about? What did I lie about? I asked her that. And I heard somebody in the background say everything. And that was the cousin that was doing all this shit to me. And I realized this is her sister on the phone. So I heard somebody in the background, they said everything. So the sister repeated, everything. You lied about everything. You know what I said? I said, tell me specifically, what did I lie about? She went back to talking about how she was going to beat my ass. So I just hung up the phone and I cried. I cried. I was so hurt, man. That shit almost broke me for real. And nobody gave a fuck. That's the thing. It's like my parents didn't have the tools to console me on this. And that ain't all what happened. I get on social media, I'm talking about what the fuck just happened to me. And I'm still asking for understanding. The cousin that betrayed me, I blocked her from my social media. She come from a fake account under a different name, no photo. And she started writing in my comments under my posts saying that I expose you, bitch. You a liar. You stupid. You slow. And I responded and I was like, I loved you, man. I'm still asking questions. Like, why would you do this to me? People started to defend me. People started defending me in the comments. But then they would come in behind it and be like, she talked shit about you too. And I could have had a conversation, you know, because especially with the friend James that I used to have that I spoke about, um, she had her own experience with him. So she would bring him up and she would have her opinions and stuff. And I would talk about the situation in my opinion. But she went and started saying, how do I know this about you then? Yeah, and then she called you a faggot. She said this, she said that, da 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 da. So now James in defense. That ain't me. But some of the shit, she's saying, that shit is true, you know? But some of that shit she didn't even learn from me. Like I said, she had her own experience. She had her cousin or something was dating him at one point. So, and this is like from her daddy's side, some dumb shit. So, but he went in defense mode. He a Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. So he really hate his business out there. He hate that shit. And instantly, like he turned on me. He turned on me real quick. It was fast. All she did was bring up some shit that she heard. Then with my other friend, she did the same thing. Now, this particular friend, she was a porn star. She was a porn star at some point. A lot of people had seen it or whatever, but my cousin who was betraying me, she would say stuff like, yeah, and she told me how you a hoe and this and that, and you in a abusive relationship and all this other shit. But see, that person, she don't have people talked about her so much that it really didn't phase her. Like she understood. She was like, you can't turn me against her. Then they started to privately come into her inbox, but this was her cousin. I mean, no, this was her sister, the one that called me and whatever, and was telling my friend that you can't trust her. She talked shit about everybody. Like, I'm just trying to warn you and stuff. And the friend was defending me. She was like, you can't turn me against her. I've been knowing her since elementary. I know what type of person she is. And she was like, dang, it's really fucked up how family be doing you. So she had my back until she talked to James. And after she had that conversation with James, she was cold towards me. It was a difference. She didn't trust me no more. James put me in this energy like I had to prove myself to him or something. And for a moment, because I felt so alone, I was trying to give him that. I was trying to explain to him, like, I wasn't talking about you in that way. He made it seem like, nah, it's cool. But it was like, it was cold towards me, you know? So, and I kept going back and forth with him. I couldn't decide because when I would talk to him about it, everything is always cool, you know. But secretly, I think you hate me, man. And this didn't just start it, you know. This didn't just start it. Cause he would throw things in my face. Now he on the phone having conversations. He told me that she called him. And I was like, so how did she get your number? He said that he gave it to her. Now this motherfucker knew something. He warned me about my cousin just because he was dating one of her family members and it was drama. But now y'all have a mutual interest. So you hated this bitch before she did what she did to me. But after she did what she did to me, you give her your number and y'all talking on the phone now? Fuck you, nigga. See? And these motherfuckers, boy, when I'm telling you, nobody will respond to a text message. Nobody will respond to a phone call. Not nobody. Nobody. And that auntie that I was gonna have some type of understanding, hell motherfucking on. Hell motherfucking on. You really don't give a fuck about me. The only time that you seen potential in me is when I was showing you like my ambition and stuff like that. She like in the military or from the military, and she had that type of mindset. You know, she was proud of me being in college, stupid shit like that, but she didn't really connect with me. And she shown me that. She's shown that to me in that moment. I seen y'all true colors, all of y'all, and y'all didn't give a fuck because y'all thought that this shit was gonna break me. Motherfuckers didn't think I was gonna ever recover, and y'all felt comfortable being cold towards me, making me feel like shit, ignoring me, making me feel like I'm doing too much. Cause I kept talking about, I was seeing how everybody was turning their back on me. And I was like, you know what? I'ma still fucking protest, you know? And people would just ignore that shit. It's like they was trying to make me feel a certain type of way. Like that's why I can't fucking stand Facebook. It's a certain mentality on there. And motherfuckers are real shady. Like you would know when somebody don't fuck with you because they would like certain posts but won't like other ones and stuff like that. But they will write you and tell you that they read the post, but they don't want to publicly show you support because it's too controversial or some shit. Stay away from those motherfuckers. Stay away from them. Matter of fact, get the fuck off of Facebook. Like Facebook is on some other shit. Like actually, if you will, cause something good about Facebook is the groups. And oh yeah, this is another motherfucking part, yo. This is what really hurt me, yo. On my Facebook, I was in private groups. Um, I started doing tarot readings in one of the groups. And to this day, people will still write me from that. Um, because they told me they really connect with me as a tarot reader and stuff. And I be telling them, well, I'm getting paid for this shit now. Cause back then I was just testing it out. But my cousin, my auntie mentioned to my mama that on Facebook you could go into some group, and my cousin, she found some group that I was in, and she was talking about how I'm talking about family business in the group and stuff like that. Cause I think in like maybe like a poetry group or something, I did express like what was going on with me. And my cousin somehow found me in this group, and then she started screenshotting it and sending it to the family and saying like all this other shit or whatever. Um but she was talking about it like it was some under top secret type shit, like, oh yeah, so yeah, they go into this group, and Chrissy, she is just talking about the family and being all expressive and vulnerable and shit. Child, and apparently I was doing something wrong for doing that shit, and I was like, damn, but y'all not looking at the fact that I'm in a private motherfucking group and motherfuckers are stalking me and screenshotting shit that's supposed to be private. And this is a private motherfucking group, motherfuckers. But y'all so bothered by it. Wow, bitch. And they was trying to make it seem like I was doing something wrong. But I felt like it was also people in my family like, why are you giving a fuck about this? Like, I felt like they couldn't understand why I was so hurt. And I do understand that, but at the same time, I was hurt, and y'all motherfuckers turn y'all back on me and y'all left me hurt. Like, y'all left me devastated. When I tell you, like, and these are people that I was there for them in their worst time. And they couldn't even be there for me emotionally. They turned their back on me. They started to believe whatever the fuck they was hearing. They went cold on me. They started talking down on me. They started talking condescendingly to me. They did that shit. They did that. Y'all might as well not even do that shit to me. Like, come up to me, tell me that you love me, and give me a fucking hug and stuff. I ain't doing it, man. I'm not doing this fake shit with y'all no more. No more. I ain't doing it. I'm gonna release this separately because it's turned into something else. It was supposed to be a reading or whatnot, but in another clip, that clip is attached to whatever I'm doing for like the pick a card. Mm. No, I would attach that clip to this too. Okay. Um, yeah, I put it at the end, but I was talking about how I got into a argument with my brother. And maybe this is where this realization is coming from. And within the argument, he told me that um he felt like I was wrong. I asked him why he felt like I was wrong. He said that nobody in the family fuck with you and you don't even know why. And I was like, why? And he said, it's because you think you so smart, you a know it all, you always want to talk shit out. And when he was saying it, I felt like him saying it out loud made him see how fucked up he sound, but his ego won't allow him to realize that he just got enraged and all up in my face, calling me a jit. You my little sister, you don't tell me what to do. And I wasn't telling him what to do. He got angry just from me asking him, can we have a conversation? So, but he was able to get me angry. Like, you ever was y'all in each other face and y'all yelling at each other and stuff, but he yelling at me, you don't tell me what to do, and I'm like telling him the fucking truth. Like, you mistreat the people that care about you the most. Cause he do. He take those people for granted, and he get easily triggered and he actually hurt and broken, and he take that out on us. And I'm tired of him being a motherfucking bully. Like, fuck you, nigga. I'm tired. I'm fucking tired of you being a bully. Cause first he was bullying my mama. That's why I wanted to talk to him. Then he felt like I was trying to tell him what to do. Um, so at that point, I was like, well, shit, if you want this to be an argument, it's gonna be an argument because I'ma still let you know what the fuck it is. So he yelling at me, I'm just yelling him what the fuck I wanted to say anyways, but this is the only way to communicate with him because he get triggered so easy and he can't have a fucking conversation like majority of the people in my family. They don't know how to handle shit. They don't know how to heal. And they constantly look at you a threat because they so attached to their demons, and they see you as something that might take that away from them, and they afraid to let go of that shit, because their identity is attached to it. But it's fucked up, man. And after he said that shit to me, I knew for sure that I'm not the motherfucking problem. I been knew that, but it made me feel like, man, I'm just over this shit, man. Like, the gates has closed for motherfuckers. Like, the gates has closed. Like, with my brother, we ain't gonna be close. I ain't gonna be able to trust him. And he hate me for real. He do. Every time we get in a disagreement, he always say that shit. Like, you think that you so smart. You think you so this, like, you envious, man. And that make a person dangerous. I don't trust you. And sometimes because he my brother, and sometimes he guilt trip you, like, when you was a kid, I helped take care of you. And I do remember times, that he did help. But it ain't back in the day. Like, we in the now right now. And you know, I feel like he's still stuck in like the early 2000s. And I know that he just hurt. See, that's the thing about having compassion, so much compassion for your family is because you understand their pain because you was there to experience it with them. So it helped you to understand their pain on a deeper level. But the only people I only trust like two people in my family, and I'm not worried about the rest. I'm not. There used to be a time like before all this shit happened, like I felt like I always knew that I'm gonna be very blessed. And I used to think of ways to bless my family. I mean my whole family. I used to sit there and think about all types of ways that I could bless them, you know? Like I was willing to give my last. That's how I felt. Even though I kept my distance from them, I still wanted to look after them. But the universe helped me to let go of that shit. And I felt like that was meant to happen, you know? Because me holding on to them was a weight. Because the people that you take responsibility for, like the people that you allow in your circle, y'all start to share karma. So you should only be around people that are willing to heal so that y'all could vibrate higher together. But people who don't even see their toxic ways and shit like that, people who don't appreciate you, people who are envious of you and stuff, those people will never let you get ahead. Before you could get there, they will try to destroy you in some type of way. So you can't keep them around and you got to see them for what they is. See, with my auntie and uncle, they dead ass failed me, man. And I'm talking about to this day. They was definitely one of the people like I was so close to them because they was the only people in my family that really showed me love like that, you know? But it just wasn't, it was shallow. It didn't have no real substance. Can't have those people around you either because anytime that they disapprove of you, they would just give up on you. They would just turn their back on you. I'm sure that they probably did shit like pray for me and stuff like that, but nah. Hmm, no. Hey y'all, so I'm finna do a reading on fan kind of loud. Um, do they regret their actions? Something like that. I've been wanting to do this reading for a while, but I just haven't gotten around to it because uh pick a cards are kind of restricting because you have to time them out and everything. So yeah, but I really want to do a pick a card today. I feel like what inspired this reading is the fact that lately I don't know, I don't think it's Mercury retrograde. Um, I don't really keep up with astrology as much as I used to because, people that I really enjoy their astrology, I don't watch them no more because they turn out not to be the best people. So I don't want to give them my energy. But that's the energy. The energy feels like a Mercury retrograde because lately I just been a lot has been revealed to me. So sometimes I think back on situations and, you know, I have mixed emotions about it because, it just be really crazy when you tell people what you've been through and they turn around and they do the same shit and worse. And, it just made me see that a lot of people in this world is evil as fuck. Like, they don't care about you at all. And any chance and opportunity they can to hurt you, they will take it. And it's not because you did anything to them and everything. Like, I remember uh telling a friend, but he ain't my friend no more, Patrick, that, like people really doing crazy shit out here to me and he gonna ask me, what did you do? Cause you had to do something for people to be treating you like this. And I'm like, I ain't do shit. And then people they would talk about my mouth or whatever. They would talk about, a few days ago, I got into an argument with my brother. And something that goes on in my family is that when they get mad at you, that's when the truth come out. That's when they finally speak their mind and they will say whatever they can to hurt you, cause they seeking to hurt you. So, in the argument and stuff like that, my brother brung up my family, which I was already prepared for. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Cause they know that that's a situation that really it almost broke me. And so he brung it up and he was like, that's why nobody in the family fuck with you and stuff like that. And he was like, I bet you don't even know why nobody fuck with you. And I was like, why nobody fuck with me? And he was like, because you think you're better than you think you're so damn smart and you always want to talk shit out. And I'm like when he was saying it, like saying it out loud, it's like he was coming to the realization, like, I'm not the issue. Y'all the motherfucking issue. Cause I'm just being me. And all y'all know how to do is argue and hurt each other and fight, and that's it. Nobody don't know how to have a fucking conversation or find resolutions and shit like that. So when you like the only person in the family that really do that shit, they treat you like something wrong with you. And you know what? I told him, I like, man, you can't hurt me with that shit no more. Cause I already came to the realization that I'm not the fucking problem. Like people used to be able to convince me that I was, but they can't do that shit now, you know? I don't have too many experiences where I know I'm not the fucking problem, you know? So, but people will project that on you because they can't comprehend certain shit and whatnot, but it is what it is. So, and But I was just thinking back on certain specific moments that, you know, I was really hurting, really hurting, and people was giddy about it. They was like, I've been talking about like the Dolo situation, and there was one time he was in pain on camera, and I reached out to him and told him, like, it hurts me to see him hurt, and I just wanted him to know that somebody care about him. And he didn't respond, but he did respond subliminally in a video, but negatively. Like, he felt like I was trying to trick him or something like that. I don't know, child. And all this time, you show motherfuckers nothing but love, and they are stabbing you in your back constantly, 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 constantly. So, and a lot of times they ain't gonna stop until they destroy you. Like, that's how it really like that out here. So I feel like at this point, divine people all over the world has been going through this, and they fed up. Like, they refuse to be a victim anymore. They refuse to allow these people in. They refuse to be gaslighted. They refuse. And they standing up for themselves, and they not backing down. Like, they standing firm on their foundation, you know? And this is making the other side of the team go crazy. Like, they really out of their fucking minds right now. You get what I'm saying? Like, they out of their minds right now. That's why people really got to be careful. Like, if you feel like you have a friend and they kind of shady, like you don't fully trust them, and something off and stuff like that, do not invite that motherfucker over your house. Do not accept their invite when they invite you over their house. Do not eat food from this person. Like, right now, it's important for you to trust your intuition. Okay? It's important, very important, because people are very erotic right now, and they not thinking clearly. Like, you could really lose your life right now dealing with these people, demons, because they don't know how to deal with their own demons. So, and they feel like, and these people being tormented. Like, let me explain this. Right now, people are getting their get back for all the fucked up shit that they did. And, they the type of motherfucker, they could dish it, but they can't take it. They cannot take that shit. So, in their fucked up mentality, they feel like the only way to feel better or to stop the torment is to destroy you. That's how they feel. Um, that ain't gonna help though. Even if they was to actually take you out, shit, shit just gonna get worse for them. They don't realize that, because now you in the spiritual realm, and you know who the fuck took you out. So they gonna still get that get back, but they not perceiving it like that. They not thinking clearly. Motherfuckers are really dangerous right now. So protect yourself, set boundaries, and do not let motherfuckers, because also if you dealing with narcs, they really trigger right now. So they will constantly test your boundaries. Keep testing them. Keep testing them. Keep testing them. You have to you got to stand strong on that. And you have to be willing to go to war if you have to. You have to be thinking like that, because it's really that time. It really is. Like, really that time. Okay? And don't let motherfuckers convince you. If it's hard, Like, you have a motherfucker around you and they telling you that they love you and shit like that, but you just don't feel it. And it's hard for you to really believe them. You need to fucking trust that. I seen something. You need to trust that, okay? Because right now you have to let go of the dead weight. You have to let it go. So, but I'm gonna do a reading on, do these people regret the shit that they did to you? Because some people are in deep regret. Um, they might not come and tell you that. They might not make things right because they so fucked up in their ego and shit like that, and they don't really care and value themselves. Because if they did, to set themselves free, they will come and repent. But nah, nah. Some of these motherfuckers rather die than to apologize or to reveal the truth, to clear shit up and everything. And some of them, like, even though they are in regret, they in regret for the wrong reasons. They in regret because now they being exposed. But if they were never exposed, if you would have never found out that it was that motherfucker who was trying to kill you, they would still be doing the same shit that they doing, still feeling like they the shit, because a lot of these people, they've been getting away with fucking people over for a long motherfucking time, and they got desensitized to it. They felt powerful from it. And so right now it's like their mind is starting to shatter into a million pieces because they losing control. And you know how narcs is, when they lose control, they can't handle it. They cannot fucking handle that shit. So, be careful out here, y'all. So we finna look into if they regret, and I guess I'll also get into their actions. I'm kind of thinking about what they call it, extended readings. I don't really feel like doing that shit. Like, I feel like it takes so much time just to do that shit or whatever. But I tell you what, if you appreciate this reading and everything like that, and you want to donate, my Cash App is in the description, and you could donate if you want to, because regardless of whatever, you're going to get a detailed reading here, okay? And I know that I help a lot of people, and like, I don't feel like entitled to shit. I feel like that's what I'm here to do. Um, but at the same time, like, cause I know some people feel like if you really spiritual and shit like that, you would just be doing shit for free and everything. But see, that ain't gonna work, because even if you was out here and you was just doing shit for free, people is not gonna appreciate you if you don't ask or set boundaries, or you don't have some type of exchange. People will take advantage of it, and um so it is what it is. And you also have to understand, like, this take a lot of time out the day. So time that you're not making money. If we was living in like a different society where money wasn't a necessity, then it would be a different thing. It still would have to be some type of exchange or whatever, because like that's the only way energetically people is gonna really truly appreciate it. And this is not just good for you, this is good for them too, because everything manifests into something. So like, let's say that you heal somebody for free and you ain't asked them for nothing, you just healed them, you know something can internalize in them that they feel guilty or something because they so appreciative of the service and everything. They feel like they didn't give anything in return. It could turn into something, you know? So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the reading. Google always listening to my ass. All right, so pick your card, pick your picture, pick your symbol, whatever I'm gonna use. I don't know yet, but go ahead and pick that, and I'll see you soon.